2-0 by the West Indies, which was a hugely disappointing result for Pakistan. Wasim, you must be very disappointed to be going home having lost this series 2-0.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm definitely as a captain disappointed very much. But the thing is, they've played better. They have a better team, and I think we need some time, like about a year and a half, and then we can prove ourselves that we can be a good team.
What do you think really went wrong? Because, I mean, you came back so strongly in the one-day matches, and then the test matches rather evaporated.
And everybody seemed to ask the same questions. I think as far as the players concerned, the incidents did something on their minds. Some players wanted to go back after that thing, and I said no. A couple of us said we should play and carry on that tour. And then our couple of injuries, of course, Aqib and Mushtaq got injured. And we really missed them, both of them, because they were such experienced bowlers, and especially Mushtaq. And of course Aqib, and then everything went wrong eventually, and in the end I got injured now.
The thing went wrong was, you can say, we didn't really practice test matches. Haven't played a test matches for the last almost a year. Played last year against England, and we played two test matches in between. So the boys are young, and they haven't had a practice of the test matches. So they only played we had played about 30 to 35 one-days in between, you know, last series and this series. So the boys were really uncomfortable. They didn't play the test series. Most of them were not really strong enough for the test matches. So actually, I think it's a good experience. The boys are young. They're going to get better, and we're going to be good in the coming few series.
But still, there were some plus points. Will you enumerate them as you see them?
Yes, I will. I mean, I've learned a lot from this tour, because it was a difficult tour for me, but I've learned a lot from it, and I think we're gonna do some things better for the tour now, for the next tour.
Like what?
Like, it depends, especially I mean, I've noticed that our fielding is not as good, because never have been, but we're gonna try to do some. We're gonna start early this season, like September beginning. We're gonna have a camp there if I'll be the captain. And then we have to play some more youngsters. Then I can be a hold of the team. I can have the hold of the team. That's what been troubled this tour, that the hold wasn't there, because I won't mention it on the television, but I had a little bit trouble.
Tell me now, the young players, Inzimam al-Haq, Basit Ali, you must have been happy with their form.
Very happy with Inzimam, especially basically Basit, the way he played. That was his first test series, and he played like a mature batsman. And then Inzimam improved in the last game. He played well in the one-days, but he haven't played well in the test series in the first two games. But the last game he played a very crucial innings for Pakistan. And another guy, Amir Nazir, is a good find for the tour. And the Ataur Rahman looked good, so I'm quite happy with the youngsters. All right, they're all right.
I'm very happy, and I'm the first century against West Indies, and West Indies is, when I'm going to batting, Pakistan situation is very bad, and follow on, but I make a century. I'm very happy, that's why.
You know, this is my first tour, and then I'll come, before this tour, I'm very worried about West Indies fast bowlers, but Javed Bhai gave me some tips, and every day some practice. So I'm during this matches, I'm not worried, and I'm played well, and I'm too happy because, you know, this is my first tour, and West Indies is one of the best teams.
I think he's the first batsman who's been scoring on this tour consistently. Because first inning he played like a mature batsman, and he's been playing cricket, domestic cricket in Pakistan for last 2 years, and I noticed over there, and he admired me too. And when we came over, he asked a lot of things from me, and I used to give him a lot of tips.
Now tell me what sort of tips. I mean, give me some examples.
Well, I took him outside the net, and I was giving him some practice because I've been to Caribbean in the West Indies, so I know what kind of wicket and what sort of bowler is going to bowl to him. And I was just trying to give him this kind of practice. And the A thing was because he was keep listening to me. Whatever I say, he always believed that. And that is the main reason. He's just following me and keep getting well.
Miandad is my ideal. And this is my first tour with Javed Bhai. So Javed Bhai gave me a lot of tips. Not so many, not few, lot of tips. Every innings, after every innings he gave me a tip. You play here, you play like that, you play like that. That's the reason a lot of guys in West Caribbean say he looks like a young Miandad. Because I like Miandad, but I can't copy with Miandad because he's one of the greatest. I can't copy in Miandad, but I learned too much in Miandad batting and Miandad technique.
Now, Javed, your own form, you must have been a little bit disappointed by that.
Yes, because Andy, I agree with you. I didn't perform the way should I perform, because last time my performance was very good in West Indies, and this time I was just getting out after 20, 30 or 40.
What was the reason for this? Because, I mean, you're such an experienced player that when you've done the hard work, one would have thought that you would have gone on. I felt at times it was almost as if your mind was not on the job.
Well, what everybody is saying, and maybe because obviously before I was coming to West Indies, everybody knows what's happened with me, because they removed me from the captaincy, and that thing felt me so bad. After that, I couldn't recover, because now I think if I'm doing something, if I do well or if I don't do well, maybe other people might be thinking I'm doing that deliberately, or I'm not concentrating or not concerned about. So this whole thing was coming in my mind all the time, and I'm sure, but it will be over in after this series, and I will get at least 6-7 months break, and I hope I'll be all right.
Now, one thing, the original selection, do you feel with the advantage of hindsight you might have been better off having one or two more experienced players in your lineup?
Yeah, that's true. We definitely missed Shoaib Muhammad on that tour, because I was told selectors that we should take Shoaib, but they said no, he haven't scored anything in South Africa. But still, experience is still there. And next time, I mean, I don't mind using a new players as far as like for a what you call, I mean, as far as I can try things out. Eventually, I'll become okay. But I think we need Shoaib definitely at number 3 spot or an opening spot.
And now, what about the captaincy? Do you feel you've learned a lot? It was your first test series as captain. You came into it green. Are you going home a much wiser man?
Yes, definitely. I've learned a lot from this tour as a captain, and I think I'm going to improve after the series. And the people are saying I'm inexperienced, and I am inexperienced. I need a couple of series to become experienced captain, and I think I'm going to do better after the series.
And you're determined to keep hold of the reins of captaincy if you can?
Exactly. I'm very determined, and there's another question raised that I'm not bowling well because probably the pressure of the captaincy, and I think that's not true. And I think you've seen me about last 2-3 years. Yes, my run-up is not there. My action is not there. It's probably my body had enough of cricket already for a year and a half, and I think I need a break, and I think after about 2 weeks I'll be okay.
That was the Pakistani view. Now, what about the West Indies verdict? Here's their captain, Richie Richardson.
Well, I said at the start of the series that if we got good wickets, we would beat Pakistan rather easily. But I honestly didn't think we would have won so convincingly. But I think that our guys played very well. We played to our potential, and we never gave Pakistan a chance. Once we got on top of them, we really hammered them, and it stayed that way. The thing is, when you're at the bottom, it's very difficult for you to come back up. And people might have said that Pakistan let them down. That might be so, but we never gave them a chance. We were always on top of them, and we stayed there. I think the most memorable thing about the series, nothing to laugh about really, is the camaraderie, the unity, the love that we've had in our team. I've never seen anything like that. We have all had a great time. We've enjoyed each other. And I can't remember one moment where one player was angry with the other. I tell you, that's incredible, and it's been immaculate. And I have to give credit to all the guys, to the manager and the coach, who have managed to really keep us together. And I think that's the main reason for our success.
That was Richie Richardson. Well, no play today, I'm afraid, because of rain. So let's take another look at that most exciting post-tea session yesterday. At tea, the West Indies in their second innings were 47 for 2, leading by 159. Waqar had taken 2 wickets and was in the mood for more. With me in the commentary box was Geoffrey Boycott.